Hi everyone, welcome to Movie World. I'm Robert Waldman, and great news! Movie theaters are finally reopening, and I'm back. And I hope you get a chance to see some great movies starting this Tuesday in British Columbia. That's right, Movie Day begins anew on June 15th. So your Cineplexes have a host of great movies that are coming your way. And I had the pleasure of watching a movie recently that was sent to me by the studios. And I gotta tell you, it's the best way to kick off summer and to kick off a new movie season. The movie is called The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Now, people that are familiar with movies may recall that a few years ago there was a movie with a similar name called The Hitman's Bodyguard. This is a sequel of sorts, and it's directed by the same director of the original sleeper runaway hit, Patrick Hughes from Australia. And there are a couple of Vancouver connections. That's right. The movie studio releasing this is called Lionsgate Films. That's a studio named after, I guess, the Lionsgate Bridge, the gateway from Vancouver to the North Shore, West Vancouver, and North Vancouver. Little history about Lionsgate Films quickly. Lionsgate Films is a mini-major, but it's the most successful mini-major Hollywood studio in history. It was spearheaded by Vancouver stockbroker turned investment banker and now philanthropist Frank Giustra. Anyways, some of the hits that Lionsgate has ushered your way include the Hunger Games movies, the later Rambo movies, not to mention the original Saw movies, and its biggest success yet, the John Wick series starring Toronto Rays Keanu Reeves. Now this movie, The Hitman's Bodyguard, or The Hitman's Girlfriend's Bodyguard, I should say, has the most important connection to Vancouver. It stars Ryan Reynolds. He's certainly the biggest Canadian star today on the planet, in my opinion. Now, I first ran across Mr. Reynolds in a movie from National Lampoon called Van Wilder. That movie, he played a cocky kind of guy. And in this movie, he stars as Michael Bryce. Well, the price is right. You see, Michael Bryce is a bodyguard, but unfortunately, his license has been lifted. Who knows why? So this movie starts where the other movie took off. Bryce stars as a bodyguard in waiting, trying to renew his license, and he's up against his former nemesis, a hitman called Darius Kincaid, played by none other than Samuel L. Jackson. I have to tell you, Samuel L. Jackson is, as always, solid as a rock, and he's great. And this time he's rejoined by his wife on screen called Sonia. She's played by the very appealing Salma Hayek. And these two somehow get connected to the former bodyguard, and the wife, Mrs. Kincaid, goes missing, and that again reunites the former hitman, former bodyguard, and they try to save the wife. Now, who's the bad person in this movie? Well, there are many bad people, but maybe you got to keep your eye on a certain Latin hunk, namely Antonio Banderas. So good in so many movies. He stars as a crazy European who's out to destroy Europe. Wow. Wall-to-wall action, stunts galore. Now, this movie has a travelogue. So today, people are still worried about traveling, going far away. We can't do that yet in Canada. British Columbia, we're going to be able to travel across Canada if you've been double vaccinated, I guess. So seeing this movie is the next best thing because the movie takes place in Europe. It goes to London, England, it goes to Bulgaria, it goes to Croatia, and it also goes to Italy. So just beautiful scenery and crazy stunts. Lots of violence, what do you expect? It's an action movie, and a little bit of swearing. Check that, a lot of swearing. But I had a howling good time at this movie, which I thoroughly recommend. Great way to start the summer, great way to go back to the movies, and a great entertaining movie. On a scale of 1 to 10, I gotta give The Hitman's Girlfriend's Bodyguard, I gotta give it an 8. No, check that, let's make it a 9. It's a great fun time and great escapism at its finest. Thanks for watching, and I want to thank my wife Anna for doing some videography today. Thanks again, Robert Waldman for Movie World. Hope to see you soon at the movies.